everything from sketch up until that point. I was very hands-on with, from picking the material to the colors. And this, as you can see, the same colors with those same hip hop 90 influences. These colors are very reminiscent of the 80s and the 90s. In fact, these particular sneakers are called Born in the 80s retro trainers. So these also come in black, and this is kind of like a homage to the year that I was born. You know what I mean? So it kind of just the colors, the pinks and the turquoise, and then I don't know if you can see this, but it has the um, this was the original J. Marie um, logo, and this is the only shoe that has it on there like that, the Born in the 80
I
retro
think.
trainers. I don't know if you can see that, but it says J. Marie made in Italy and has a
Ah,
particular font.
yeah,
Yeah.
I like
So
that.
these are kind of they're classic in the sense of two things. Classic in the sense that they are a retro trainer, and classic in the sense of where they lie in the production of the whole line. These were the first ones. So on the inside of it, and that's the thing about my sneakers as well. All of them have something special about it on the tongue that kind of has something to do with what the sneaker is about. So I don't know if you can see it,
Yep.
but it just says the Born in the 80s, and it's
Ah,
in the pink.
I love
Yeah,
details.
so every shoe has like a story of something. So that was the first one. And then right now, one of my favorite designs is this one. This is
Mm,
hands down my favorite design. And the reason why, because I've always been into those kind of low top, sleek, just really simple silhouettes. And I think this is what that is. I've always thought I had big feet. Like I wear a size 9, so I hate like chunky shoes because I feel like they make my feet look bigger.
yeah.
So I love shoes that are like slim and sleek because for some reason it just looks cleaner to me. So hands down, this is my favorite design by far. This is called Exotica. It is a Italian trainer. It's a little different silhouette. It has the red rubber sole. It has the red 100% cotton laces, and then it is accented in the faux zebra. So this is
Mm.
actually like zebra hair. It's not like a smooth. And then the white part is 100% Italian leather.
This
Oh
might be a
wow.
stupid question, but so is that like female or unisex right there?
This one, I mean, it could be either. It was made from my perspective as a female
Hmm.
sneaker, but to each his own. You know,
Okay.
it runs only in female sizes, so I don't know how that. I don't know if a guy would be able to wear a female
Yeah.
size shoe,
I
but
was just curious.
if they could
'Cause I
find
know
a
you have
size,
some different like.
what's that?
I said I was just curious because I know you have both, and I was just wonder if that's a unisex shoe, if more of a female shoe. So okay.
Yeah, so this one is a female shoe. This is actually like I said, my favorite design. I wear these all the time too because they're like they match well with black. You know, a person with I do get some people that say, "Oh, your shoes are so colorful," but you'll be surprised. Like they look like a lot, but with an outfit, it's just that little wow factor. You
Right.
know.
Mm, yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that is my favorite design. And another interesting thing to point out too is that the line consists of athleisure, fashion, and high fashion. So athleisure are the sneakers that, you know, with my start, I always was like, oh, I don't like athletic shoes, but I do understand that there's a market out there for it. And I understand that I don't have the capabilities from a research and development aspect to create like a sneaker that's going to make you run faster or jump faster or anything like that. However, I do have some sneakers with soles that does make them somewhat athletic, where you could do like walking, jogging, um, light cardio, which is what most women do anyway. So the athleisure is that part of the line where it is kind of like your sporty type shoes. Then fashion, which is J. Marie attempt on contemporary trends. So that's where you get like the dad sneakers.
Oh, let me see that. Let me see that one. The one you had.
This one.
Yeah, I like that. Turn it. Turn it. Let me see. Oh, that's the one you showed first.
Yeah, but this is in a different colorway, so I don't know if you can
Oh,
see this up
Yeah, I can
close,
see it.
but
What does it say?
this was just a shoe that I had dropped for like this is 3 years old too for Valentine's Day. I wanted to do like a Valentine's themed shoe, so that hence the pinks, the reds, the purples, and then it has the colorway saying I love you. And
I like it.
I kind of this shoe was actually inspired by, I don't know if you guys remember those little Valentine packets that you used to get
Yeah.
with the sweeties,
Uh-huh.
like with all the different pinks and the reds. So that was like kind of reminiscent on that. But the fashion part of the line is J. Maria Temp on contemporary trends. So at that time, everybody was into the big chunky sneakers like the Balenciagas, the dad sneakers. So iconic, and this was kind of like a part of that. Also, a part of the fashion line, I had the sock sneaker at the time. Slip-ons was like
Yeah.
very, and this is like a diva gym shoe. That's what I call it because it has that the meat covering. This is removable though with the strap. It comes off, and you could wear it with or without the covering here, and then you could just have it with the strap like that.
What's the average time?
So this
Average
is
time it take you to come up with the concept for a shoe? Do
um
you like give yourself like a timeline, or you just kind of like just let it happen?
just kind of let it
Yeah.
happen. When I initially started, I was trying to be a part of understanding the different seasons when it comes to footwear drops. You know, I tried to be a part of where I was like, okay, well, this is a spring shoe or a summer shoe, and then I've always in any part of my life always had kind of like a renegade personality where like, screw this, I'm doing it my way. I'm not following the crowd. And I kind of took that idea with designing. I don't put myself on a timeline to say, well, spring is 3 months down the line, let me start searching what's the color of the year and this and that. Interesting enough, like I said, a lot of these designs are from 3 years ago. And if you go back 3 years ago, people were on a totally different wavelength, and they're just now starting. Like, for example, how I said I don't even follow the color trends. A lot of my sneakers have illuminating yellow in it already. That's the painting color of the year,
Oh, wow.
illuminating yellow. A lot of my sneakers already have the animal prints. And if you look at a lot of premium sneakers now, they all have like the zebra prints. You're starting to see zebra prints everywhere. And if you go back and look 3 years, I was already doing that. So in my mind, I feel like people are catching up with me.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I know I asked so many questions. I know Anthony had a couple of questions on
Yeah.
like as far as like designs behind the shoe and the concepts and stuff like that.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted to ask you this question. Like,
Sure.
what is some of your non-negotiables as far as like when your sneaker comes out? Like, what does it have to have, and what can you like? Hey, what will you send back to them and say, I can't do this. It doesn't have this.
Um, Usually when a shoe goes into production, we're kind of past that stage because with the upgrade in technology, you can get a lot of prototypes literally made and see exactly how it's going to look. It's just not in your hand. You know what I mean? So you're not left up to seeing the shoe for the first time and saying, oh, you're feeling the textures for the first time and you're seeing it in person for the first time. But for the most part, once a concept is makes it to production, we've already had back and forths with this goes there, okay, change this around, do this, do that, to when it gets into production and it's finally sent to me, it's already been through that stage. But um, I would have to say, because I do run into sometimes where the company that I'm working with, they may want to interject or do things a certain way because they feel like that's what the trend is. And they may say, you might want to do it this way because of XYZ. And a lot of times, though, that case in point, I'll give you actually a really good example. So